The ghosts, why?
Well, they ride on the air.
Like an air car?
Sort of. What are you building, Jamie?
It's our house. Can't you tell?
Yes, but you haven't finished it.
What did I forget?
What's this room?
That's the center where I go to school.
Yes?
That's where the computer lives, and where I go to sleep, and where you and Daddy sleep, and where we go to swim, and where we see the ball game.
And the symphony.
What did I...
Well, you left out the room where you're supposed to scrub behind your ears.
Oh, yeah. The bath court.
Right. And there's one more, the health center.
Where Daddy exercises is measured?
Right.
How does the computer know everything? I mean like how many times to exercise and all.
I haven't the faintest notion. That's just too much for your old mother to understand.
Old? You're not so old.
Well, I'll be 44 next year.
That's not so old.
Not anymore.
What year is it now? I forgot.
Here, I'll show you.
(1999 AD). More than a generation away, and yet dreams travel faster than light. And even now, scientists and planners are shaping the lives of our children who will live in the 21st century. How will they live? Perhaps in a honeycombed structure like this, the oldest, strongest natural shape known. Hexagon modules that grow with a family's size and interests. Michael Shore, 45, husband, father, is an astrophysicist. Several days each week, he commutes to a distant laboratory where he's engaged in the Mars One project, the colonization of the first planet. His minor in the some 10 years he attended a Midwestern university was botany. It is one of his many continuing hobbies. He is engrossed on this sunny morning in the study of the cellular structure of a new exotic fruit tree. Hopefully, his experiments will produce a giant peach with a thick protective skin much like that of a tangerine. This is one of the many 21st century devices or appliances that are part of the everyday life of the Shore family. This workbench with its electronic screen enables Michael to call up photographic sections of the two parent fruit trees from which he began his experiments 3 years ago. At that time, he stored the two photographic images in the central home computer, which is secretary, librarian, banker, teacher, medical technician, bridge partner, and all-around servant in this house of tomorrow. All pertinent information about this family, its records, its tastes, and reference material, is stored in these memory banks, available instantly to every member of the family. Master James Shore, 8 years old, student, attends formal school 2 mornings a week. Much of his education, however, is carried on in a kind of education center within the home.
And so, an era that began 500 years earlier with Copernicus and Galileo ends as the first astronaut takes his first halting steps onto the shores of the moon. and begins a new age of man.
His assignments are programmed into the home computer and fed into teaching machines, which allow him to progress as rapidly as his awakening mind can absorb the audio-visual lessons. Also at his disposal is an electronic correspondence machine, or home post office, which allows for instant written communication between individuals anywhere in the world. To maintain these and hundreds of complex electronic circuits, a monitor checks all circuits every few seconds, inserts a backup circuit if and when trouble develops, and alerts the communal service agency for replacement. The Home Energy Center, with its fuel cell, furnishes power, provides absolutely pure water, burns waste, and heats or cools the rooms. Too computerized? Too cold? The world of tomorrow will be as cold as sunlight tuned through photochromic windows. As part of his everyday regime, Michael Shaw enters this home health center. He lies for perhaps 15 seconds on a kind of medical couch. His weight, temperature, pulse, respiration, blood pressure, and electrocardiogram are routinely recorded. At the same time, his body is scanned for any isolated temperature pockets that signal oncoming disease or a localized infection. At the end of the examination period, the computer calculates the amount of exercise necessary to balance Mike's food intake and maintain proper muscle tone.
Exercise requirements: 8.5 minutes bicycle, 6 minutes programmed calisthenics.
Oh, that's ridiculous. This thing can make a mistake, you know.
Your weight increase over 30 days, 1.1 kilograms. Repeat exercise requirements: 8.5 minutes bicycle, 6 minutes programmed calisthenics. Confirm, please. Confirm, please.
You know, I happened to catch a live performance of a great, sensational youth singer from Puerto Rico the other night. Would you like to see it?
Love to, yeah.
Hey, everybody. Recorded a great new singer down San Juan way the other night. Would you like to see him?
Oh, sure.
Share it with you.
Hace mucho tiempo que no le veo, por favor, qué alegría.
Mike, would you make me a dupe of that? I'd like to show it to some friends of ours who spend a lot of time down there.
Sure. Well, I guess you want in 3D. Huh?
Yeah, we finally made the switch.
You got to keep up with the times, you know.
Yeah, but,
But what?
well, there's 3D and 4D, you know. What's next?
What's next? You never know. You never really know.